The next question, the member for Don Valley West.
Thank you, Speaker. We know from the sound work of the Auditor General and the Integrity Commissioner on the $8.3 billion Greenbelt scandal that this government has been meddling in land development processes to benefit their friends. The government's now under criminal investigation by the RCMP for potential wrongdoing related to these development changes. Speaker, the public knew and opposition members knew from the beginning that the Greenbelt changes and municipal boundary changes smelled bad. Similarly, Mr. Speaker, changes to Toronto's Midtown and Focus plans smell bad too. The Midtown plan for Toronto, developed with extensive consultation, was thrown out by this government without any consultation with the city or its residents. My question to the Premier, given the government's track record of political interference in land development, can the Premier assure the people of Don Valley West and Toronto that there was no political meddling in the decision to overturn the Midtown and Focus plan? Yes or no?
To reply, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
Speaker, we are working with the City of Toronto actually very closely with respect to their official plan. We're also working with them on a host of other issues, Speaker, issues that frankly have been brought on by the member's federal party, a federal party that refuses to pay for its share of services in the City of Toronto. Mr. Speaker, we have shelters that are bursting at the seams because of the policies of the federal Liberal government. Now, this Finance Minister and this Premier have stepped up to the plate and are providing funding to the City of Toronto. The federal government has yet to match that funding, as they should be doing. We are working very closely with the City of Toronto, as I said, on its official plan. We are working very closely with them. The Minister of Finance is leading a team to ensure that we can address some of the challenges that they are faced, ostensibly because of policies of the federal Liberal government, Mr. Speaker. So if the member wants to be helpful, she can call 1-800-JUSTIN and help them see the light, and so that we can get
order. The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Once again, we get empty rhetoric, spin doctoring, and pointing to our federal partners instead of a serious response to a serious question about this government's ethics and decisions. My community had a plan in place to ensure thoughtful, deliberate density. But now the proposed developments in my community have big signs from the TDSB and Catholic School Board warning future residents that their children will be unable to go to school in their own communities. That's not responsible development, it's not good for community building, and it's not good for safety. Speaker, city staff, residents, and elected officials did not ask for this change to the official Midtown plan. In fact, quite the opposite. They continue to be shocked and outraged by the irresponsible development taking place in my community. So once again, I will ask the Premier through you, who advised him to overturn the Midtown and Focus plan, eliminating height restrictions and increasing the underlying value of the real estate, and are they the same people who stand to profit from these changes?
Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
There you have it, Mr. Speaker. There you have it from the Liberals right there, right? Not in my backyard. That is what 15 years of Liberal government brought to the province of Ontario. The member's own question is against building homes in her community, and that is why we are in a housing crisis. So when you put their NIMBYism on top of their NIMBYism, the radicalness of the NDP, with the inability of the Liberals to ever accomplish anything, you have a housing crisis, but you know what we're doing? We're untangling the mess. But, Mr. Speaker, it's even more than that. It's high interest rates. Why? Because of policies of the Liberals. We had a Liberal cabinet minister on TV the other day say the only reason that there's tax relief on the carbon tax in Atlantic Canada is because Liberal members there said something about it, Mr. Speaker. So why don't the Liberals here and the Liberal MPs in Ontario say something about it, do something to bring more affordability to the people of Ontario instead of sitting on your butts and doing that?
Stop the clock. Stop the clock.